Fly is a son of a gun, let's get this money.
Fly.
Kill them like they did Sonny. Paid them for, never bum me.
Yeah.
Shit on my competition, I give them run for their money.
Fuck.
They mumbling, I tell these niggas wrap it up, I call them mummies. They dead, in my eyes I see red. Favorite color, bloodshed.
My reaction, really, I don't want to necessarily give you my reaction to the Super Bowl halftime. A lot of people have been saying that this halftime show was boring and it was trash or whatever. A lot of people have been saying that they didn't want to hear the diss records or anything like that being used for the halftime show. I think that, me personally, I think a lot of people who dislike the halftime show are showing that they have a Drake bias towards Kendrick Lamar. I also feel like had the rap beef never happened, y'all would have been celebrating Kendrick just like the people who are on his side. I get it, y'all feelings is hurt. My feelings would be hurt too if my favorite rapper got smoked by another rapper. I get it. But I wouldn't go as far as to say that the halftime show was boring or that it was trash. I think the real conversation is that the average consumer, y'all don't have y'all ears aren't trained enough to understand the complexities of the music that he puts out. Y'all eyes are not trained enough to understand what you're watching when you see greatness on stage. The performers all together, from Samuel Jackson to just the theme of it all and all the motherfuckers jumping out the car. It's just a lot that happened as far as the performance that they put on the show and how theatrical it was. I think to make the comparison, it's like saying, like for instance, myself, I can sit here and watch figure skating and I could be turned off by it because I don't understand what I'm watching. But to a person who understands it, they may watch figure skating and be amazed and at awe at some of the things that some of them people do. And just because I'm not interested into that, that doesn't diminish the greatness of what they putting out on the field or whatever it may be. Same thing I say about boxing. A lot of people watch boxing because they just want to see a fight. But I understand boxing, and a lot of people don't look at boxing the same way that I look at it when I look at it from a perspective of the footwork and how the people are setting traps and things like that. A lot of people don't understand that. Same thing in football. When y'all watch football, y'all only looking to see the scores and the touchdowns and things like that. Being that I play football, I understand. I'm looking at it from a coach's perspective. I'm looking at it from a player's perspective. I'm over there trying to predict the next play. I'm over there calling out the formations. I'm over there calling to myself in my own head. But for a person who doesn't understand what they're actually watching, they might look at it like, man, this is a boring game. It's a low-scoring game. It's not interesting. And to a person who really played the game or a person who coached the game, we enjoy those chess matches. And I'm not even trying to make it seem like Kendrick's message that everybody was saying. I'm not going to go that far and say it was a bigger message that went over everyone's head, even though I do feel like there was a bigger message that went over everybody's head. But I'm going to concede to y'all and say that forget the message. Acknowledge the fact that his performance, rapping without any background music, that the theme of it, having Samuel Jackson, everybody out there, the music itself was actually good music. It's not like it was bad music. It may not have been the best selection of music, but we got to also remind ourselves he performed at the Super Bowl when Dr. Dre was there. What do he look like performing music that he's already performed before? And also, why not perform music off of his recent album that is also very, very commercial friendly? If y'all don't understand the difference in music, when we say commercial friendly versus album cut records and things like that, it's a difference. GNX is a good album because it has a lot of records that is simplified to the point that the listeners who don't know nothing about hip-hop will be able to enjoy it. But majority of Kendrick Lamar's catalog is very, very complex, that you have to be engulfed in hip-hop to really enjoy it. And I feel like if you're not engulfed in hip-hop, if you enjoy Soulja Boy raps, no disrespect to Soulja Boy, he's a pioneer in his own right. But if you only enjoy the 6ix9ines and I don't know, a lot of these, in my opinion, whack rappers, guys that make catchy music but have no skill. And when I say skill with the pen, skill in terms of writing metaphors and lyrically, and guys that are lyrically inclined, guys that can, really take your brain to other areas. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, a simple rapper is not entertaining for me. The ABC rap doesn't do it for me. But when he gets on stage and you see how he did what he did, I'm not gonna ever pick a side to the point that I would not acknowledge greatness when I'm watching it. That right there would kind of stunt your own growth as a person. If you're gonna pick a side that would actually hinder you from being able to explore other things, I don't know, man. It's not really wise. Because like think about it like this. And I fought with both artists, Kendrick and Drake. But I've always stood firm in my opinion when I say Drake is a great hit maker, but Kendrick is a whole. It's really levels to it. You don't understand the levels of it until you are engulfed in hip hop. When you understand that there's other rappers who brings is out of this stratosphere. Someone like an Eminem. Eminem, in my opinion, doesn't make the most commercial friendly music. He doesn't make the most commercial friendly music. But his talent, his writing ability, it's only a slim few that can do what he does. And when we say slim few, I'm talking all time, all eras, all generations. It's not many people that can rap like Kendrick Lamar's. It's not many people that can rap like Ab-Soul's. It's not many people that can rap like Royce da 5'9". You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not many people that can rap like Big. It's not many people that can rap like Big L. It's not many people who can rap like these people. Like, it's really levels, and then there's more levels to it. And also, like I said, I want to reiterate this when I say having a trained ear and trained eyes to understand what you're hearing and what you're seeing. The average person just doesn't have it. Some people was complaining about the audio. The audio was probably the worst thing, but that was like, in my opinion, that's nothing he could do about that. That's the TV production. I don't think the average person understands what goes into, you know, how they come up with audio quality. I don't think people understand what it's like to rap on stage without background music to support you just in case if you mess up on your words. I'm telling you, it is rare that these rappers are not rapping over top of their own song. Even at that high level. Go to a concert, I guarantee you they got the music playing in the background. A lot of them rappers are not actually just rapping they shit off the top of their head. And then not only that, doing all the choreography and all that shit that he was doing on stage. Man, y'all gotta get outside of, like, our way of thinking is crazy. Like, this whole pick a side shit. And I'm gonna keep it 100. Like I said, I picked the side that I'm on because I just know hip hop. I knew that Drake didn't have a chance, and Drake is talented. He's actually, honestly, the things that he put out throughout his rap beef would have beaten other rappers probably 9 times out of 10. But guess what? That one time that he used that shit was against the wrong guy. And Kendrick is one of them guys that he is very, very engulfed in culture and hip hop. He is. He knows how to use little things like saying they not like us to sway the people. He's more than just a rapper. He's a critical thinker, and it shows in the artwork that he puts out, from the music videos to the music, his albums. People talk about how bad people downplayed Mr. Morale, when in reality, how I look at it, for what it was, being a therapeutic album, an album that was kind of like him digging deep inside of himself, I feel like it was actually great. You can't go wrong with that, because at the end of the day, that album isn't meant to please us. It's for him to, like, search deep within himself. And I can only respect it. It did it did well at what it was intended to do. I'm not looking at Mr. Morale and expecting, songs like GNX or Good Kid, Mad City. You get what I'm saying? Like, we gotta look at things for what it is and then judge it based on that and how well did they accomplish the goal that they actually set out to do. That's just my opinion. And I want to get this out the way too. It's okay to be a fan of both Kendrick and Drake. They both are great artists. The only thing I wish we stopped with the lawsuits and all that shit in rap. Because if you know anything about hip hop culture, it's like a cardinal sin to sue your opponent because of rap. If 2 rappers got into a fist fight at the clubs and one of them decided to sue, then what? We would have a problem. I think people would be easily saying that's pussy. I think regardless of how he's trying to frame this shit, like it's based on UMG, well, it ain't. And honestly, the Super Bowl is over with. Hopefully, we can just put that shit to rest. I'm tired of talking about them niggas. Unless they talking about new music and going forward, I don't want to have to mention Kendrick's name and mention Drake's name at the same fucking time, and vice versa. Drake just put out a snippet with him and Party Next Door, and that shit sounded amazing. A lot of them songs from the 100 Gigs sounded amazing, but I think it lost a lot of its value because of the fucking rap beef. And unfortunate that was at his own doing. Like, he made that bed, he chose to engage in rap beef, he gotta lay in it. But I think coming out after the Super Bowl halftime show and everything, I think it's safe that if Drake dropped, I think that Party Next Door album would be fine. It would be great. And I ain't even trying to be funny, no pun intended when I say this, but Kendrick kind of gave Drake the blueprint to how Drake should approach his music going forward. Just keep making me dance, waving my hands and all that, and we won't see no threat. Like, Drake, just do what you've been doing. Make the party records, make us dance, make us have a good time, let us vibe, make the little sing-along songs with all the melodies and things like that. Like, we need that. I don't need Mob Ties Drake. I don't need that. We know that ain't you. I don't want that to be you, even if that's what you want to be for yourself. I don't think that's ideal. I think that what we all enjoy is good vibes, good music that we can vibe to. The same Drake that you could put on any hook and it's a hit. You feel me? Like, come on, man. But respect to both. Respect to both artists. Respect to both artists. And they're both in my top three still. Top three still. Future is number 3 for me, because Future just been killing it, low key. Y'all been over here talking about these two guys. This motherfucker been dropping. He dropped 3 albums last year, and he's talking about dropping another album again this year. And he's still putting out fire songs and features and everything. So, yeah. That's all I got. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real swift today. This your boy DJ Gotti World, and Call Me Crazy podcast.